What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video I'm going to be covering the final two Overwatch origin stories. These are Ashe and Brigitte. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through their origin stories, then I'm going to go through their gameplay trailers and also look at their abilities as well. So first up is Ashe. This is her origin story, so yeah, let's get into it. Ashe. Happy birthday.
Everybody needs a family. Because it's not fair facing the world alone. I don't care how tough you think you are. They should always be there for support. No matter what. In the best of times, they will arm you with the tools to succeed. And in the worst of times, they will understand when things don't really go the way you planned. Now, some people are lucky enough to be born into the perfect family. Others, well, they go out and make one on their own. And once you've done that, anything is possible if everyone pulls their own weight. So, if you want to be part of my family, I do have one little rule. It's my way. Or, well, who am I kidding? It's my way.
Okay. Okay, so that was good. That was good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to read the bio that should tie in nicely with this origin story. But what I'm getting from that is, it reminds me a little bit of Batman. Bruce Wayne, he's got his parents that die. It looks like she's come from like a high-class family, but you saw that, didn't you? At her birthday, her parents weren't there. I don't know if that means they were dead or they abandoned her. I don't know. But nice to see as well, Bob. He was kind of like the Batman's version. Batman's Alfred is Ashe's Bob, if that makes sense. He looked like he was the butler. He was there when she was young, when she was training with the slingshot, and obviously he's followed her into this group as well. I forgot what the group's called, but yeah, and also it ties in nicely with the Overwatch origin story reunion. Animated short reunion ties in with that nicely as well. But yeah, let me get into the bio now, and I'm sure it'll fill in a few of the gaps in this origin story. Right, so Ashe, here we go. Story: my business, my rules. Okay, Ashe is the ambitious and calculated leader of the Deadlock Gang and a respected figure in the criminal underworld. Born into a wealthy family, Ashe grew up surrounded by privilege. Her parents were highly sought after business consultants and coaches for powerful CEOs around the world. Though her parents paid little attention to her, hence you saw at her birthday party, mostly leaving her in the care of the family's omnic butler, Bob, they ensured that Ashe had every opportunity to succeed. But a chance meeting with a local ruffian named Jesse McCree and an impromptu string of crimes committed together opened her eyes to the true calling. The satisfaction of outwitting her targets and the thrill of getting away with it set her on the outlaw path. Along with the other three members of the Deadlock Gang, Ashe started to make a name for herself with bigger and more extravagant heists. The Deadlock Gang's rapid rise to prominence put them at odds with the other criminal organisation in the American Southwest. The encounters often became violent. After years of skirmishes and bloodshed, Ashe called the heads of the major groups together. Ashe saw that the potential to grow the influence of all. She used what she'd learned from her parents' business to bring order to these groups. Her proposal was that the gangs could work together, or at least not work against each other. Her principles keep your word, don't work with the law, respect each other's territory, and always punish betrayal. No longer having a focus her synergies on squabbles with the other gangs, Ashe is now writing her name across the American Southwest with a string of audacious heists and operations that has put her at the top of the authorities' most wanted list, and cemented her legacy as an outlaw legend. Right, okay, so that ties in nicely actually there, doesn't it, where it mentions she was born to a wealthy family. It explains a little bit about why she was kind of like, her parents showed her no attention, and then what turned her, she met Jesse McCree, and that kind of like string of crimes committed together opened her eye to her true calling. And it mentions also about Omnic, the Omnic butler is Bob. He's followed her on that journey as well. So yeah, nice to read her little bio there and find out a little bit more about her past as well. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into her gameplay trailer. Yeah, let's go.
Funny. They say there's no honor among thieves, but that's not how things work around here. If you cross me, or if you break your word, there'll be hell to pay.
I love her accent. Love it.
You can count on it. Let's clean up this mess.
Okay.
You wanna try me? Poser. Back off.
Headshot.
Unstoppable.
Burn it all down.
Ooh, nice.
Now that gets the blood pumping. There you are.
Whoa.
It's
Let me see that one more time.
Now that gets the blood pumping. There you are.
Nice, nice.
It's
I'm calling the shots. Bob, do something!
Ooh. Wow, that was good. That was surprisingly good for a gameplay trailer as well. That was really good. And it's nice to see how it showed all of her abilities. It didn't feel rushed as well. It showed them all, took its time. There was a little bit of a story going on there as well. That was cool. And also, Bob did do something for a change. Unlike how he performed, let's just say, in the animated short. He actually did something in this one, which is good as well. So, to finish off now with Ashe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the Overwatch website and I'm going to read through her actual abilities. Right, okay, Ashe. So, abilities, the Viper. Ashe's semi-automatic rifle fires quick shots as she can use her aim down sight for a more damaging, precise shot. Dynamite. Okay, Ashe throws an explosive that detonates after shot delay or immediately when shot. That's cool. The explosion from Dynamite also lights enemies on fire, dealing additional damage over time. Coach Gun. Ashe blasts enemies in front of her, knocking them away and propelling herself backwards for added mobility. I think we saw that in the... well, in fact we saw them all in the gameplay trailer. But I noticed that one as well in the gameplay trailer, which was pretty cool. And I love how her ability, her special ability is called BOB. Ashe summons her trusted Omnic sidekick Bob, who charges forward and knocks enemies into the air, then lays down suppressing fire with his arm cannons. Let's have a look at that. Whoa. Ho-ho. Okay. Okay, that's good. No, that's really good actually. I do like that. And then, was it this one? This one was cool as well. Yeah, that's cool. It should have found it at the ground as well, which was good. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, that's kind of my quick review on the actual Overwatch champion Ashe. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to the final one, which is Brigitte. Exactly the same format as well. I'm going to go through her origin story, then her bio, then her gameplay trailer, and then finish off with her abilities. So, let's go.
In stories, the heroes get the honor and glory.
Yeah, that's in it, because she is Torbjorn's daughter and Reinhard's goddaughter. Yeah.
But their gleaming armor, their mighty weapons, the people who built them were heroes in their own right. And I thought I was gonna follow in their footsteps. But a hammer and tools can't fix every problem.
So that scene there is from the comic, what's it called now? The comic on Reinhard and Brigitte's adventures, Dragon Slayer. This scene is from Dragon Slayer, or very similar to the scene from Dragon Slayer.
There are some things that can never be repaired. It's not enough to wait until the battle is over to fix their armor and bandage their wounds. If you can fight at their side, you can try to keep the blows from falling, and maybe even protect them from themselves. I am Brigitte Lindholm, and I will be their shield.
Okay. That was good. Yep, that was good. I learned something there as well. Interesting to see how, obviously, when she was younger, she kind of took this position of being like a medic, or like a mechanic / medic who healed and helped the warriors, including Reinhard. But then I like how it showed that then she thought to herself, well, why can't I actually be on the front line and help them even more, and maybe even protect them, like she mentioned there as well. And we obviously see that between her and Reinhard in various cinematics as well. So yeah, let me get into the bio, and hopefully I should type a little bit with this origin story as well. Right, okay, Brigitte, look at all his abilities. So, in fact, one thing I actually want to ask about this, I've noticed there's obviously 3 stars of difficulty. So, what does that mean? Is it a case of, so for example, she's 1 star, which means she's easy to learn, but her ceiling in terms of her damage is lower than someone who's 3 star. Is that right? So, someone who's 3 star is more powerful, but takes a lot longer to learn and get to that point. Kind of a reach, but I think that's what it might be. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Anyways, let's move on to the story. So the story is, I will prove myself. So, no longer sitting on the sidelines, Brigitte Lindholm has taken up arms to defend those in need of protection. The youngest daughter of a weapons designer, Torbjorn, Brigitte was the first of his children to show an interest in mechanical engineering. Brigitte spent much of her spare time in her father's workshop, learning the trade and honouring her skills. Her aptitude for engineering mirrored that of her father, but Brigitte's primary interest was in armour fabrication and defence systems, unlike Torbjorn, who was world-renowned and perhaps infamous for the weapons he created, because he created these massive destroyers, didn't he? I forgot what that comic was. But yeah, he basically had a hand in creating these massive, giant Omnic Titans. Everyone expected that Brigitte would continue her apprenticeship and follow in her father's footsteps, but her plan changed due to influence of another prominent figure in her life, her father's close friend and fellow Omnic agent, Reinhard Wilhelm. A close friend of the family and Brigitte's godfather, Wilhelm told Brigitte tales of heroes and chivalry as she grew up. After his retirement and Overwatch's fall, Reinhard declared that he would become a knight-errant on the quest to bring justice, which obviously saw in his comic, Dragon Slayer. Before he left for his adventures, Brigitte surprised him by asking to join him as his squire. Reinhard accepted. As a squire, Brigitte had many responsibilities, the most important of which was the upkeep of Reinhard's Crusader armour, a design she was familiar with as the current version was designed by her father. But more and more she found her main job was taking care of Reinhard himself, trying to protect him from his over-enthusiasm, even as his body was breaking down from years of combat. Yeah. Eventually she realised that serving only as a mechanic wasn't enough, right? And that the best way she could aid Reinhard was to become a warrior in her own right. While Reinhard trained her in combat, Brigitte began to build her own suit of armour in secret. Now Brigitte fights as Reinhard's side to protect him and any others in need as knight and squire journey to make the world a better place. one battle at a time. That last actual sentence there so reminds me so much of 0 Hour as well. Do you know where they both come bursting in? Epic scene. Reinhard and Brigitte come through. Yeah, just reminds me of that. But yeah, really good to see obviously her history and her past as well, and how she initially learned her skills from her father Torbjorn, but then she took up arms to do similar to what Reinhard was doing as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through her gameplay trailer, and then I'm going to look at her abilities. So let's get into the trailer.
When my godfather was called back to Overwatch, I tried to convince him not to go.
Yeah, so this is obviously the scene we see in Honor and Glory.
He wouldn't listen. In the end, I can't let him fight alone. Just doing my part.
Let's go. Let's go.
Everyone ready? Let's do this. I'm getting good at this.
Okay, so that.
Get back! There's more where that came from. Turning defense into offense.
Incoming!
Take some armor. Keep the pressure on. We can't let up now. I am Brigitte Lindholm, squire to Reinhard Wilhelm, and I am ready to prove myself. I will be your shield.
Wow. Okay. That mace is impressive. Wow, that is some crazy mace. That last scene as well, where something came up from the back of her suit. I'm presuming that's her like special ability, but I don't know what that is. I'm not quite sure what that is, but clearly you can see as well that she has one of her abilities where she can actually give health or shields to her allies as well. So yeah, let me look at her abilities now and find out what they are. Right, okay, yeah, so she's got quite a few abilities here. So if I go down here, wow, she has. So Rocket Flare, we've seen that one. Repair Pack, so this is the one she gives to Reinhard. Brigitte throws a repair pack that can heal an ally. Any healing over that ally's maximum health provides them with armor instead. Right, okay, so it's not wasted. Got Barrier Shield. Brigitte deploys a frontal energy barrier to absorb a limited amount of damage. Whip Shot. Let me see Whip Shot, that one. Okay, cool. Okay. Shield Bash. Okay, we saw that against Doomfist as well. This one here, Rally. Brigitte moves faster and provides all nearby allies with armor that lasts until it's removed by damage. Oh, let me just go back to that. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay, I saw that. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'll leave it here today, guys, in this one. Hopefully you actually liked my format and reaction and thoughts on both characters, Ashe and Brigitte. Yeah, she says that she's a support. Clearly you can see from that her special ability, she's definitely a support as well. Let me know if I'm wrong or right about this difficulty meter. Is it a case of 1-star means it's easier to learn, but the actual ceiling in terms of the damage output they can give or give and take, I guess, is lower? And someone with 3 stars, I think Doomfist is 3 stars, means he's more difficult to play, but once you've mastered him, he's going to be able to actually do more damage. Is that right? Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that one. But yeah, hopefully you guys actually enjoyed my reaction and thoughts on both these characters. And if you did, feel free to let me know, feel free to like, comment, and maybe also subscribe if you've not done so already. I am now at the... That's so good. Let me just see that one more time. I don't know why that's so funny. But anyway, I am now at the end of the actual origin stories for Overwatch. I've gone through every single available one. I think almost every single comic as well. So what I plan to do now for the next couple of Tuesdays is go through a couple of the actual trailers. There's a couple of gameplay trailers, official like Overwatch trailers to do as well. So I'll be going through them over the next couple of weeks as well. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here today, guys, on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.